Yeah.
What I want to do, I want to go over all the attributes, or not all, some of the attributes that we can find in the lives of people in this 5% club. Okay?
Sure, yeah.
Are you ready? We've got 3 of them. The first one is they tend to get to work early.
What?
Would you agree with that?
I've never seen a successful person, honestly, never seen a millionaire, never met a mentor who does not work longer than the people who work there at some point. Not forever,
okay,
but at some point they didn't outwork everyone in the room. I have one guy I work with, very good friends with, who works probably about 15 hours a week right now.
Yeah.
But at one point he was working like 70 hours a week.
Right.
But now he's got a multi-million-dollar business, and so he just doesn't work very much. But guess what? He hired someone who is the new leader he's hired.
Right.
The guy who runs it, the executive, does work all those hours.
I love it. Number 2 is they don't leave until the job is done.
True that. That's I mean, regardless of how high up the food chain you go.
Okay.
The buck has to stop with you. Ultimately, it's you're the one who has to take responsibility for the ultimate outcome. If an employee doesn't do a good job, it's because we poorly trained them. If I'm a leader, if the team loses the game, it's because we did a bad job coaching.
Right.
If the team doesn't win, it's because we picked up bad players. Right. It always has to come back to you. Because the moment you start assigning that to somebody else, now you're putting someone else in charge of your life. Not cool. That won't work.
Got it. And number 3, these people are focused on goals of themselves and the company, not the people around them.
True that.
They're focused on the goals for themselves.
They're focused on achieving the goal of the company and the goal for themselves, but they're not worried about taking an opinion poll going, hey, do you guys agree? Just as an example, World War II.
Yeah.
That was something that I think most people can agree had to happen.
Yeah.
It was something that ended the tyranny of Nazi Germany. If you're watching this and you're a Nazi, just get off the site. But for everybody else, seriously, we're going to have like a Nazi-free Thrive Nation. We've sent the emails out to the known Nazis. We've said, get off. But the thing is that World War II, again, if you're offended because you're a Nazi, that's okay. But the thing is that World War II was a very, it was tough.
Right.
The Jewish people of the time were being murdered. The Holocaust was going on. They were literally exterminating an entire race of people through a process called genocide. And what happened is that America did not have the will to go to war. America did not want to go to war. And we wouldn't do it. But when we got bombed by the Japanese, all of a sudden America's like, let's go.
Right.
But the reality was, I really do believe, honestly, that America should have gone earlier. Because we needed to end that horrible genocide that was happening.
Right.
But we did not get involved because the public will, the opinion polls.
Just saying, don't let the opinion of people tear you down, slow you down.
The survey said we shouldn't go.
Okay, good. Well, hey, I've got one more notable quotable here. Again, we're trying to get to know this 5% club better.
Yeah.
What do these people look like? So we've got a notable quotable from George Bernard Shaw. Okay, he was a writer. He actually an Academy Award winner. He was Nobel Prize winner in literature. This is what he has to say. A reasonable man adapts himself to his environment. An unreasonable man persists in attempting to adapt to his environment to suit himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. Can you unpack this a little bit here? What is he saying?
Well, a friend of mine, he bought a piece of land that I don't think anybody else in the country would have bought. It was sitting out alone, and it basically had this really, really crappy pond on the land. So it was this crappy pond, and this was his land. I'm just trying to show you the kind of underwater version.
I know, I love your claimations.
And it had tons of trees, and it was just this nasty pond, and the pond had all these like whatever those things are that grow all the grass and all that weird pond scum, and there's pond funk, and there's lily pads, and there's snakes, and just gross. He buys the land and says, I'm going to build a resort on this. True story. I remember when he told me that, he told other people that, everybody I knew, everybody I know, everybody I came in contact with thought, you're nuts.
Yeah.
You are nuts. And I want you to Google this. This place is now called 5 Oaks Ranch. And not only does it exist, but it is like the premier spot to have a wedding reception. But he was an unreasonable man because reasonable people said you can't do it. He went in there, he chopped down certain trees, he did certain things, he built a dam, he did all these neat updates, he built a log cabin. Now, and we're going to put the graphic of 5 Oaks Lodge on the screen right now so you can see it. Yeah. But it's unbelievable. Let's put the Google Earth on there too so we can see the actual image of this thing. We can see the land, you can see the geography. We're going to put this all on the screen right now. It is awesome. Yeah. 5 Oaks was built by an unreasonable man.
Yeah.
history is defined by unreasonable people. Martin Luther King said, I had a dream. I have a dream. I had this dream that one day, guess what? He had that dream, but that was an unreasonable dream.
Right.
African Americans did not have the rights to vote. They did not have the rights to assemble. They did not have the rights to get equal pay. They were not elected to positions of power. But he had a dream, an unreasonable dream, and he saw it to fruition. Unbelievable.
So you're saying these people around will deem you as unreasonable if you've got a big dream, big goal.
You have to be unreasonable or you're not going to have any success.
Okay, so this club you're trying to join is full of unreasonable people. They get up early, they work hard. This is a little bit, gives you a picture of who you're trying to become like.
Yeah, this is an unreasonable club. And to quote the amazing artist Lord, the UK artist Lord, we could call it the Love Club.
The Love Club, that's beautiful. I appreciate you mixing
Probably
those up.
one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. Lord, if you're a subscriber, I've actually heard that Lord might have joined the team here.
Oh,
Lord,
wow.
Lord.
Hello, is that you?
Sorry.
Okay.
But it is the worst song you've ever done. Your other songs are pretty good, but that song is just pretty rough.